Here are 7 more reasons why Grand Theft Auto San Andreas OG version is better than the definitive edition. Part 2. Let's start with something obvious. Did you ever wonder why the OG San Andreas map feels really huge? Well, the answer to that is the draw distance and the fog that covers the whole map. You probably didn't notice as a kid, but it adds to the overall atmosphere of the game. And most noticeably, when you're flying above Los Santos, the world feels endless because you can't see the end of it, basically. While the definitive edition lacks any of the aforementioned features, and as a result, the map looks very small in comparison. The increase in draw distance, rather than benefiting the whole game as an upgrade, has the opposite effect. It's more of like a downgrade. The lack of fog makes the texture pop-ins more noticeable than before, and breaks the overall immersion. So, as you've guessed it, the first point goes to OG version. In the original version of San Andreas, the horizon line looked very natural. It has this filmic blur look to it, which in return looks very pleasing to the eye. While in the definitive edition, the horizon line looks very sharp and unnatural. And if you fly high enough, you can even see the edge of the map. See? It's right here. There. Here's the funny one. In the OG version of Grand Theft Auto San Andreas, CJ's animations looks pretty fine. Here's an example. While in the definitive edition, most people probably won't even notice, but if you stop and look closely, CJ's animations are pretty messed up. Look closely at CJ's neck and his waistline. It breaks the human anatomy, and most of his animations look off. Also, when CJ's riding a bike, if you take a closer look, he's not even holding the handle. This is not an issue at all in the OG version. Did you notice that before I mention it? Let me know in the comment section below. Here's another one. In the OG version of Grand Theft Auto San Andreas, when you shoot trash bags on the streets, it simply disappears after it takes a certain amount of damage. And the same can be said for the definitive edition. But there's a but. When you shoot trash bags in the definitive edition, it actually explodes. But here's the catch. If you've used Unreal Engine 4 before, like me, you'll notice right away that this is Unreal Engine 4's default texture, a placeholder. Now I can say with confidence that this game was rushed to release for the holiday season just to get us to buy it. Here's another problem with the definitive edition and not being present at all in the OG version. If you blow up a fire hydrant in the OG version, you can see that the water directly comes out of the ground, like how a real fire hydrant in real life works. While in the definitive edition, well, take a closer look. It comes out from nothingness. It's alchemy at best, is what I can say. I don't know, did that make sense? Anyway, the point goes to the OG version. Here's another detail that I think was clearly rushed out. In the OG version of Grand Theft Auto San Andreas, when you enter a strip club, you can see the NPCs vibing, dancing, and shouting praises to the strippers. And their animation looks okay, and nothing really out of the ordinary. While in the definitive edition, you can see some weird animations here and there, like this guy here. He's even floating sometimes. And the bartender's pathfinding AI is broken most of the time. When you're at the beach in the original version of Grand Theft Auto San Andreas and set a fire, you can clearly hear the sound of the waves splashing simultaneously with the sound of the fire crackling. While in the definitive edition, you can't hear any sound at all. The sound of the gentle waves splashing, the sound of the fire crackling, it ain't there. But when CJ runs on the water, you can hear his footsteps. So this should be a good enough proof to show you that some sound effects are missing, right? I mean, if you don't believe me and if you think I'm faking this, you can go to this specific part of the map to try it out yourself. Though, please do check the version of the game I'm running at in the description below, just so you can see if we have the same version, because in the future, this might be patched out. So yeah, let me know in the comment section below, and I'll also let you guys decide the score for this one. So yeah, leave your score. And that's the end of the video. Hope this video made you laugh and entertained for the entirety of the time that you're watching. I'll see you guys next time. Take care. Oh, and Happy New Year!